Hi, welcome back to the channel after I think about 18 months. I was just actually scrolling through the videos that I made then and thinking, oh my goodness, I need to get back on. I've always wanted to be out there and simply just to encourage you. It's not just about YouTube, it's something that I do in my everyday life. That's just how I connect with people. And, a big part of me is always about how can I encourage that person that I'm with, whether it be just a quick conversation in the train or on the train, on the platform or wherever I'm at. It's just about how can I encourage that person, that woman, and that's always been about me. So I think I'd like to say what you see is what you get. I hope so. But it's really about how can I encourage you and how can we encourage one another, because we're a community. I have gone through so much, like I have said previously, my 20s, my 30s, my 40s, my 50s, and it's really about taking the wealth, which I call it because I value it, the wealth of that experience, and being able to share it with you, and for you to come back and share things with me, because one of my mottos is, and it hasn't changed, so I know it's central to who I am. It's been about we need each other, and we do need each other. I don't know everything, you don't know everything, but I'm learning in my lane. The experience is coming in my lane, and if there's something that I can give to you, I'd like to be able to share that. So I hope that that's what this channel will be about. I can't say how it's going to evolve because I'm evolving, you're evolving, but as long as it's about encouragement, then I think that's going to be the central theme of everything that, I put out. So welcome back. And for those of you that are new, thank you for stumbling by. And I hope that you'll watch another video and come back again. Today I want to talk about values. In a world that's changing so much environmentally, relationships, family, finance, how we work, our social media, how we do our research. It's not just Googling everything anymore, it's all now AI. And there are so many changes that are coming that are really forcing us to reflect and to really think about how are we functioning? How am I functioning in this new world? Do I want to function or do I want to stay the same? I'm a firm advocate of being able to move in the stream. But to be able to do that successfully, you've got to know about yourself. You've got to be able to place yourself firmly in your values. And so when I think about values is something that you form. It could be from it'll definitely be from your culture, your family, your relationships, really true relationships that help to form you. And those are the values that you begin to form your internal belief system. The key value to me is faith, because those words that I read, the words that Jesus said, they don't change. And because they don't change, that means that they form part of who I am, and it helps me to be able to stabilize myself. So that is my firm core belief system, and it's a value. Values are powerful because they shape your internal thought system, the words that are going on in your head, the things that are driving you, your thinking, the internal dialogue that we always have with ourselves. I would like to say from time to time, but I think the internal dialogue goes on much during the day. the internal dialogue, the thoughts become words, and words are powerful. And not just because powerful sounds great or it's some way up there, ethereal. Powerful words carry frequencies, all words carry frequencies, and those frequencies affect our lives. The scriptures tell us that, the words have the power for life and death. And whatever type of words we use, they we will we will there'll be a result from those words, because words hang in the air and then they accomplish whatever it is we've spoken. So words are powerful. And if we're thinking about the words that we speak, what about the words that we hear? The words that are affecting us every day in conversation, through our social media, and the different ways that we hear, information, podcasts, or, wherever we hear those words spoken. If we're listening to those words long enough, how are they affecting us? It's like, the water on a stone. Eventually it shapes that stone. And that stone, you would think, is heavier than water, right? Yeah, in terms of scientifically. But the water has the power to affect the shape of the stone. So words are powerful. A couple of years ago, I was at a critical juncture in my life, and that's okay, because I think junctures are about change and transitions. And I sat down and decided it was time for me to have a critical review of my life. And so I began to write down all of my values. So I started off with, who am I? And that was I don't know if I should have started there, because I ended up it wasn't directly answering the question. I don't know how many of you have been through that, but the first thing that I found myself doing was, what's my role in life? I'm a woman, I'm a mother, I'm this in my career. But it wasn't about, who am I? And then a year later, I changed it from who am I to I am. And I would encourage you to do that, because it's amazing how, psychologically, the question allows you to really go to the core of who you believe you are based on your values. And so I looked at all of my values, and one of my critical values was the ability to have good conversation, to be able to listen, to be able to think about the things that have been said, and whether that's going to be something that's going to change my thinking. But, good conversation, and not just for something just, intellectual or whatever, but just to be able to laugh, to be able to relax. It's part of our mental health needs to be able to connect with other people. So, like you, one of my values was being able to connect. And that really kept me centered, because there were so many times there have been times when, you're asked out for that evening and you think, no, I don't know, I think I want to go home and veg and just have a shower, have a bath, or read that book, have that lovely piece of lamb or meat or veg or whatever it is you eat, have that and just relax. But I would then remember, well, one of your values is to be able to have conversations, so you better go out there and live out that value. So, as an example, there are many more. Values certainly drive you, and they keep you on track. And so, in a world that's changing, it's so important to take some time and really think about, I am. What do I want in life? What's important to me? What don't I want? What don't I want in life? Everything that is to do with you, just put it down on paper. It may not look tidy, and it doesn't have to be, but it's just about you being able to put yourself down on paper and really begin to review who you are about. And so I wanted to encourage you with this. I hope it wasn't too serious, But, I think it's a good place to start. We have to know who we are, and who you are is based on your values. And a key, one of my key values, my values come from my faith, and of course are shaped by my culture and my environment. But you've got to have something in life that keeps you steady, particularly in times like this. So I just wanted to encourage you, have a great 2 weeks. So definitely put something out in the next 2 weeks, and I hope that you'll stop by again soon. All right, bye for now.